Well, hello. How is everyone doing this evening? Sorry for the couple-minute late start. I grabbed a snack right before I started and was like, I do not want to start the stream while chewing. It seemed kind of like a weird thing to do. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. Mine went pretty well. We worked over at the warehouse again today. Got a couple more shelves up. Productive day, I think. If you saw our stories on Instagram, you might have saw some of the progress. But let's go to chat and see how everybody else is doing. Seraphim. So let's see. Leath, what's up? Urzik Breaker. Matthew, Cheryl, Stephen Lucas, Gumpla Viking, Peppa Dog, Kyle Dixon, Spud Killer, White Flame. I'm Eric, Jason Galloway, Arrow Moose. Uh-oh. Here we go. Eduardo, Weeks K. Repeating any yet here? Spud Killer. What's going on, Spud? Scott, Aramoose, what's up, Hurricane Barca, Gam, Raving Mad, Gojira, Colin Thompson, Lewis Wong. If I'm not missing anybody. I guess I kind of freaked you out a little bit, Seraphim. That's pretty funny. What's up, Nick? You eat yet? Yeah, of course. It's 8:30 here. We ate, did family movie night, and now it's build time. What's up, Bone Daddy, Rhea Kath, George, Ethan? Thank God the stream started now. I'm not alone building. Well, Ethan, I'm glad we can keep you company today. What's up, Chris C? What's everybody up to this evening? Is anybody else building while they watch? What's up, Ray Hair, Actual? I pronounced that right? Seraphim was even worse because I had the volume down to half and thought someone was whispering to me. What's up, I'm Patrick. Okay, what runners do I need besides apparently all of them? So many runners in this kit. I think it's actually kind of darker on the map because the GP01's actually blocking some of the light. It's kind of crazy. I'm gonna try to. Back injury sucks. Sorry, Aramoose. Hope you're okay and recovering well with whatever happened to your back. Eating Chinese and building. Nice, Kyle. Random Flareon. I'm working the MG Red Dragon now. Sweet. Too tired to put on dry transfers tonight, so probably just watch the stream and playing SnowRunner. Cool. I've not heard of that game. Is it any good? I was watching the last Airbender movie, so not much going on. The RG Impulse Gundam, painting. Decals in the fast for COD tonight. Core Fighter is all that's left. Sweet. Nothing like finishing a build. No building, recovering from surgery. Meds have me too loopy doing work. I hope surgery went well, Gojira. Need to smell my PG GP01 Core Fighter to the spotlight now that I finally photographed it. Starting HG Zaku and Sniper. Yeah, apparently lots of injuries tonight. How are those LED sabers? Have you used them, Nick? They sold that fast. I haven't used them yet. They did sell out very fast. I need to get more. I need to actually get a direct line to the manufacturer, I think, and see if I can get them in bulk. Serious quantity, because I was only able to get a few of each color this time around. So I've been in bed all day Monday, just laid in bed all day. That's rough. I've only hurt my back bad once or twice. The worst was maybe a couple years ago. I'm not quite sure what I did to it, but like I literally was like trying to walk into the dojo like gingerly, and like I couldn't carry my backpack, which had like nothing in it. It was too much. It was just crazy. Okay, runners. Which ones do I have up here? So I did U, J, I. Started my first PG. The strike loaded so far. That's sweet. Off-road trucking, specifically mud and stuff. It's an open world trucking game. Off-road trucking, specifically mud and stuff. Interesting. Yeah, back injuries are the worst. Stuff. Kids don't understand or not jump on dad. Yeah, kids don't get that. That's the last thing you need, right? To be like laying on the couch or something, trying to take it easy, and then you get a kid jump on you. J and I. What does J look like? I have to familiarize myself with all these runners again. How did that get back in there? I think that's done. Made it. What's up, fam? What's going on, Satan? But your pets don't know not to jump on you either. Not to jump on you. Yep. I'm weird. I'm weird. Get over. Hey, Dimorpheus, what's going on? Ethan, Venable long shot. I don't know if Vallejo acrylic paints can be thinned with water. Probably. I think they're acrylics, so best bet is try a little bit, spray it on a spoon and see what happens. It shouldn't combust or anything as far as I know. Man, that feeling when you go through all your runners and didn't see the ones you're looking for. I have more runners down there. Any other box? Oh. So everyone's still have not done a PG. Kind of scared, really. Yeah, it's nothing to be scared of. Just need a lot of time, really. Totally forgot how much I haven't. I think I have enough parts on runners to still fill. I don't know. Whole small PG box. Spend the whole stream just looking for runners. What's up, Artie? Think you're gonna carry Machine Krieger kits? I want to. I haven't had a chance to yet, but I would like to. I've got a connection to Hasegawa. At least one of my distributors has Hasegawa stuff. I'm not sure if they carry Machine Krieger. Nick, have you heard of Gamma Wolves? It's a tabletop rule set put up by Osprey Publishing. It's designed for you to make 1/44 scale mecha kits and play a miniature game with them. Oh, that's cool. I've heard of a few different like Gunpla tabletop games that have been worked out. I don't know if any of them are any good. Morpheus, you're still building the GP01, Nick? I am. I'm starting on the FB stuff today. So, bound to be working on this for a long while, I think. What's up, Ori, Riptos, Robert, James Clark. Gujira says hit that like button, people. It's a good reminder. If you hit that like button, it does help me out. I really appreciate it if you do. We will be drawing tonight. I forgot to mention that too. We will be drawing for 2 separate kits tonight. We've got an HG Marcosius and an HB HDG. I'm dumb tonight. An HG Blue Destiny Unit 3 as well. And I should also mention that the where is it, Live 10 code is active tonight. So if you were on the fence about making a purchase, definitely take advantage of that code. Save yourself 10%, and that helps me kind of keep track of what the stream contributes, if anything. So let's get these parts cut out for this step. You're a moose. Hey, has anyone done dry decals on painted parts? Do you have to be careful transferring it? I haven't. I would imagine you'd want a very... Make sure the paint's really cured or have a top coat or something on it at a minimum. But I haven't done any dry transfers, period. Definitely a fan of water slides, which we got in this week. Good segue there. A ton of Delpy decal came in this week. Restocked yesterday. Bunch of detail parts too. But here, thank you to all those who donated kits that gave away last week and this week. Yeah, definitely Patrick. Patrick, if you're in the stream, I forgot what your handle is. Don't know what your handle is here too, especially. Remind me if you want, and I can make sure you get credit for donating that lovely Marcosius. Hey, what's up, Nick? You getting any MGGM command kits? I don't think I have any on order. I'm losing faith in what I have ordered even coming in, honestly, because there's just a lot of stuff has been really delayed in fulfillment of those orders. I've been telling people I had something like the MG Shenlong I was promised back in July last year, and I still don't have it yet. Supposedly it's coming in March now, but I was told, you know, July, August, then December, and now March. So I4. Wednesdays I'm gonna have to try those Delpy decals. Just been using the ones with kits. They're definitely like some of the best ones out there. At least one of the best ones I've used. Almost every kit I've put water slides on have been Delpy decals. There's been a few Bandai water slides, but Velpy's got a lot more options, and they're honestly a lot more available too, generally speaking. Which helps a lot when you're trying to find water slides for your kit. Oh, Thompson, thanks again for the kit. Made a really crappy week better. That's awesome to hear, man. Gold water transfer decals from your Sotheby are crispy. Any idea when you get the RG Xeon? I think those are coming soon. But it's so hard to tell. Because some stuff's just showing up way behind when they promise it. Spud Killer, glad to see you get the new Ava in the, was it the Mark, was it the 8 Alpha, I think? Just got those in. Just checked those in on Friday, actually. Should be good to go for this coming Friday. There's going to be a lot of good stuff from that restock next week. Good, Jared. Nick, are you getting more snow tomorrow? I really, really hope I'm not getting more snow tomorrow. I haven't looked. I haven't seen anything, but I guess I need to look now. Not to be stressing out about that one. Excuse me. So yeah, today was a good day. Another day at the warehouse. We my wife came again, helped me set up 2 more shelves. So now we got 6 of the big shelf units right down the middle of the warehouse. It's definitely feeling a lot more warehousey. You know, with the 8-foot tall shelving units in the middle there. The aisleways are definitely opening up with all the shelving parts and all that stuff out of the way now. But the shelves are way taller. It feels a lot more like walking through like a Home Depot or something. Ethan, did someone say restock? Sad wallet noises. Come to coastal Georgia, the threat of snow shuts everything down a week. Oh man. Ever going got to get Bandai premium items? I feel like there's a typo or 2 in there. Are we going to get, maybe? We used to do it, but we don't do P Bandai stuff because you can buy it directly from US P Bandai, and I have to basically gouge you in order to make any money selling P Bandai stuff. I think any store that's selling P Bandai stuff is, I mean, they could be doing you a service, but when they take pre-orders for P Bandai stuff that you can still get from P Bandai, they're probably doing you a disservice by not pointing you to the direct source where you can get it cheaper. RDD, Nick, it's almost 1 year since the original PSA video you did. You have to do something special for the anniversary. I've been thinking about that. It is coming up. It's like 5 weeks away. I'm not sure what I want to do. Come to South Florida, no snow here. That sounds wonderful. Can't wait till travel is normal again. Can the Vallejo paints be used with a brush or just airbrush? I think they can be used with a brush. It's all up to you. You might have to do a little bit different stuff to it. Any IBO restock? Robert, we did get some new IBO, some restock last week. I know I got some IBO kits in this week, but I think they were kits I currently have stock on, so nothing new. I got some Barbatos. It might just be the regular HD Barbatos. We got some more in. Morpheus, yeah, you said you basically would have to sit on P Bandai to make it not feel scummy, right? Yeah, basically. Because like selling it immediately or trying to sell it immediately, you're competing with the source basically, but you can't compete on price. So that seems kind of, I don't know. I have a hard time doing it now that USA or the USP Bandai is open. Back before that, at least you were helping get items that people couldn't get otherwise, or they had to go look, and you could potentially be the best option for somebody. Toilet paper sale, buy a kit, get a roll of toilet paper. That'd be pretty funny. Like, order then sit on it until it's rare. Yeah, like that's a thing that could be done. Like, I contemplated it with the some of the Gundam Wing P Bandai stuff that got reissued, because that stuff was going for quite a bit, like on eBay and stuff. It wouldn't be a bad investment, but I could use that money for the business, and you have to store that stuff somehow. It's just, I don't know. I felt like it was better to just go right forward trying to do normal kits. Good, you're amazing what you've done in a year. Thanks. It is. It's crazy looking back. I'm constantly reflecting on this. I'm noticing stuff, but we're putting up shelves, and I'm talking to my wife about where to put certain things on the shelves, and she's asking me questions, and it's like, I can't answer something down the road, even a few months, because everything changes so fast, both with the growth and whatever. It's just, a year ago I didn't think I'd be in the position I am now, so it's hard to know what's coming next, which is exciting, maybe a little bit scary. Robots, WTF. Yeah, I need a Dantalite and Gray's Kai. I don't have either of those right now. I'm not sure. I might have the Grays on order, but I have no idea when it's showing up. Already. Also, snow coming this way tomorrow, so I imagine Nick will get something up there too. Oh man. Really? I hope not. Raving Mad, have you ever thought about running a Kickstarter to get the MechaWarehouse Mac turned into a kit? So I've thought about turning it into a kit. I'm not sure about a Kickstarter. I mean, that would be one way to fund it, I suppose. I don't know how that works when brands and existing businesses do Kickstarters and stuff, but that would be a potential way to do it. I probably should look into it. Marcus later acrylics can definitely be used with a brush. A lot of Warhammer guys do it. Ban, oh, guy totally forgot about you today. Been stuck at home waiting on a negative Cove test and can actually watch. What's up, Banham? You're waiting on the negative test. You just got it and it's negative. Or you're waiting to find out that it's negative because you're had potential exposure. I understand now. Black 0, I'd throw down on that for sure. Sorry if I'm not sure how it works, but I know Catalyst Game Labs kickstarted the last 2-3 Battletech expansions. It's an established company and long-running Mecha game brand. I'll have to look into it. I gotta figure out. Pretty sure it's come back negative, but I like the people I work with. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the responsible thing to do. Last thing you want to do is risk getting somebody sick. Airbrush could just 3D print them. I did aircraft design for years, just a matter of figuring out a design. I mean, I think even getting molds done would be doable. I've got plenty of connections into engineering and design world. I just would need to find somebody to help render out the 3D stuff and figure out the gate plans and molds. The harder part is if you do molds, you got to make sure that you can do enough quantity to make it worthwhile. I feel like a super simple, like more like a figure might be an easier first take at things, though. You know, once a design is said, the expensive part is production. Yeah, like molds cost a lot of money. Actually, the cost of making molds for several different runners is probably substantial. Actually, you're probably looking at like 10 or 20 grand per mold, I would think. About launching your Mecha Mayo, that might be easier actually. Just need to find a company that will let me private label some mayonnaise. But yeah, I've been tested for it twice the past 3 weeks, and finally my doc decided to test for the flu, which is what I have. Oh man. Already a Mecha Warehouse kit would be so sick, but for now you should look into making that Mecha Warehouse deck of cards. It'd be awesome with Nichols Art on it. That would be pretty cool. I don't know what the market would be for that. I honestly was looking, I saw yesterday, I found online, just randomly looking around, there's a dude somewhere that does like large metal sculptures of robots and stuff. And I'm thinking about how awesome it would be to have a like 1/2 or 1/3 scale Mecha Blue sitting in the warehouse. But that's another thing I don't think I'll be able to afford anytime soon. Liza, hey, got my package packed by Nick this afternoon. Stares at the Justice Night box. So packed by me. Or that's probably what you meant. So I'd say 3D print tooling is cheaper. Yeah, I mean 3D print can be doable, but you can't really 3D print like a whole runner type setup. So that's why it would have to be a much simpler design, or like a figurine or something. Or maybe like a SD-ish kind of thing. G-Ming, DL, I wish there was more modern Stardust memory kits. They're all really good mecha designs. Yeah, this seems like a lot of the Stardust memory kits are on the older side now. Maybe that will come around again. When's the Stardust memory like anniversary? How many years ago was that one? .3D printing en masse is not cost effective though, is it? It depends on the quantities. At some point I'll take a look at even the molds and see if I can get some rough budgetary quotes to figure out how many I would have to make to break even. There's a YouTube called Squidmar who did just that. He paid a bunch of artists on Fiverr to design some stuff and then found people to 3D print them. It was a pretty cool project. Interesting. I think 3D printing can be cost effective. Especially at lower quantities, because you don't have the upfront tooling cost. Molds are expensive because they gotta make the molds. Stardust Memory came out in '92, so almost 30 years now. I wonder if we might see Stardust Memory refreshes maybe in 2022. As like a 30-year anniversary thing. They seem to do that sometimes. The design background, so want to help if you need it, Nick. Awesome. I'll I don't know, maybe I'll get in touch with you if I get there. I gotta figure out the financial side of it first before I go down the rabbit hole trying to figure out how to actually design it and see if it can be done at a price point that would make sense. They reused the 2006 HGC GP02 for the GP Race 210 for re-rise, so Revive GP02 is not in the cards anytime soon, at least. Well, or at least not, yeah. Something like a true heretic, we don't think about cost until I'm 2 PGs into a kitbash with no return in sight. I'm just an engineer, man. I know what things cost, and I gotta make money if I'm going to try to sell something. And a kit, it's not like having a bunch of posters printed or something where the cost outlay isn't going to break me if it doesn't go well. If I sunk, 30, 40 grand into getting tooling made so I could manufacture kits and then the kits didn't sell, that would be rough. Not too bad if I only had to sell, I don't know, a few dozen kits to make it make sense, but I have a feeling with the price of tooling I have to sell hundreds, if not thousands. And I bet at the right price point I could probably sell 100 or two without too much trouble. But if I had to sell thousands, I think I'm not quite there yet. I think we're getting close to that time to do that first draw. What about doing just a bust for the Mecha, small Mecha Blue? Would be a very cool thing to just have on a work desk or something. I think it'd be very cool to do. I think there's a lot of artwork that has to get done though, too. Just the little 3D models and stuff. James Clark, so we talk about drugs yet? Resin garage kit, probably way too expensive though. I feel like the resin kits are often really pricey. I don't know if many people would want to spend that much. Yeah, I could just do a small figure to start out with, then step up to a kit. Thoughts on the glass file trend? I think it's interesting. I need to try one. When we get our next disc space shipment in, I'm going to probably grab some of theirs to try out. You 3D print your own kits. That's what we're talking about, 3D printing them. I just think that 3D printing can be pricey too. They aren't accessible to most builders. Yeah. All right, let's do this draw. Hi Nick, I really want to try your 3M sandpaper. You can get it in a local store. I got mine on Amazon. I don't know. I still need to run the numbers to see if it was actually cheaper than buying like Tamiya or any of the other ones. Love my glass file. Makes getting rid of the nubs so much faster. Heard good things. What is your next disc space shipment expected about, Nick? I'm not sure. I think it shipped early January, so it's probably here in the next week or two, maybe. Hopefully, but I don't have tracking for it until it hits the US, I think. Okay, we're about 40 minutes in. Let's do our first draw for the night. So we're drawing for two kits, the HG Marcosius and the HG Blue Destiny Unit 3. 75 in chat. Let's draw a number between 1 and 150. So everybody throw a number between 1 and 150 up in the chat, and in a minute or two or three, maybe when I get the parts all found, I'll cut them out and draw that number. I need to find runner P and I. So I's up here. And I'll remind everybody, one number per person. No need to change your number. If somebody else takes the one that you have, we can deconflict those. I have to mention that usual stuff. What's runner P look like? By deconflict, you mean decoin flip. Yes, I do mean decoin flip. All right. That. Getting ready to call time. Okay, let's see. Put time up there between 1 and 150. So I'm going to draw two numbers. We got number 99, and that's for the Marcosius. And 132, and that's for the Unit 3. Do I have a sticky note up here? Where do my sticky notes go? Any winners for any of those? I take it no, based on the first few comments. Raving 132, no 99. Ooh. I already knew those was by number. Come on, Nick. Already, you're funny. I just realized I had top chat on, so if anybody's been commenting and I haven't been responding, I'm sorry. Where is... Raving Mad 132. Alrighty. So Unit 3 is Raving Mad. So Raving Mad, hopefully you know the drill. Send me a DM or an email or whatever with your info, and we'll ship that kit out this week. What's up, MJRL Hobby Stuff? Looks like I gotta use the Live 10 code. LOL. At least you got a good fallback plan. Okay, P1 and 2. And 12. Alright, well, we got one more kit to draw for, so we'll definitely be drawing for that one again in a little bit. What's up, Shay Santiago? What's going on? Welcome to the stream tonight. Hope you're doing well. G-Main, I was kind of surprised to hear Mecha Warehouse was a one-man operation for packing for a while. Gunpla fans are many, and rabbits, so keeping up must have been tough. It has been kind of tough. I kind of started losing my mind packing the last few weeks of 2020. It just was starting to get to the point where I felt like all I was doing was packing, especially on a couple days of the week where it's just super busy usually. So having help has been good to let me focus on some other stuff. Planning on upping the minions hours this coming week just a little bit, and I'm gonna look at some more even after that, because I really have too much to do as it is. So anytime I'm spending several hours packing orders, I could be working on the new website or looking for new suppliers, placing orders with suppliers, dealing with customer service issues, etc. All the stuff that kind of needs my attention. Whereas packing is one of those things that's a lot easier to hand off to somebody. And also super appreciative of my wife helping me with a lot of behind the scenes stuff. She's been doing a lot of the paperwork that comes between me placing an order and receiving inventory. So that's been saving me a lot of time. Because that's a huge time commitment too. I don't know how anyone gets through the phase that I'm at in growth without help for that kind of stuff. It's just way too time consuming. I think if I had to do everything my wife is doing, I'd be working at least 80 hours a week. Am I even going to get through this shoulder before the end of the stream tonight? What's the over-under? Who thinks I'm going to make it? I'm on like the second step of the shoulder here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, formally 4 more steps to go. Shoulders are complex AF. I was happily shocked. They are very complex. This whole kit is super complex. I was thinking this morning about scrapping this for a while and working on something else. Place your pets. I think you'll finish, but just barely. I don't know, I got an hour to go. Power through. I definitely can't stay later than the normal stream time. I'm definitely a little bit sleep deprived, I think. Game, you're gonna build your P Bandai stuff next, Nick? I'm kind of thinking about it. I gotta finish that kitbash that I was doing late last year. And I've got a few other like halfway things on my bench here. But I think my next one, I kind of want to do my continue my straight build collection of the MG wing kits. I'm really happy to get those in. Was it late last week or this weekend or something? Caffeine pills and sheer will. Yeah, I don't think so. I did the sheer will thing to get the main suit built, and that was rough. Don't think I'm doing that again for at least a year. Jesse, how many more of those you need to build for the collection? So I just need the 3 P Bandai ones. Well, I guess 4 P Bandai ones is the MG Heavy Arms Custom, the Ultron, and the Sandrock Custom, and then I got the Tallgeese 3. I guess technically I need the Tallgeese 2, but I don't know where to get that. XP Loyalist, hey Nick, have COVID check sales dropped off, or are they still going strong? I think they've dropped off a bit. The stimulus money seems to be depleted a little bit. Ethan, will Jesus help Nick finish those shoulders? Maybe he already is. Bought Tallgeese 2 off buy. How much did you pay for it, Flareon? So nice on the new setup. Thanks, XP Loyalist. End of stimulus season. Now it's tax return season. That's true. Beginning of the year has been pretty good so far. I hope the growth trend continues. With shipping 80. This 80 is not too bad. It's still more than I'd like to pay for it. Considering it should be like a $40, $50 kit, I think. Pathologically cute, finally heading home from work. Well, that's good news. Katie, no thanks. I'll come back on P Bandai, hopefully. I hope so. I wonder why they didn't do the Tallgeese 2 in this latest round. You think they would if they're doing all the other ones. Is not 1608. Just ordered from you for the first time. Can't wait to build the MG Death site. Then Moon Gundam. Looking forward to ordering more from you. Also, what kit are you working on at the moment? Well, thanks you, D's Nuts, for the order. Did you order it just like now, tonight, or recently? Right now, I'm working on the PG GP01. I built the main part of it during the 24-hour live stream back at the end of December, but now I'm working on extra armor and stuff, the FB parts. Been a while since Tallgeese 2 has made its rounds. Yeah, I would think. I mean, it's been a while since all the other ones came around too, so I would have thought that we would be seeing them again, but would have thought the Tallgeese 2 would have been in that latest batch. Non-filer who got the 2 stimulus checks in 2020. Are there tax forms I need to fill out this year? Uh-oh. No idea, Dan. I'm definitely not an accountant or tax guy. Or Thursday, I believe. I'll have to check that kit out. I just started building the MS06S Saku 2. Okay, P37. But I also, yeah, no idea any of the tax stuff. I pay somebody for that because I feel like my taxes are way too complicated. My accountant must love me because all the fancy returns and stuff. Mecha color, pure black and gold. I got some more Mecha color, a couple of Mecha color coming, I think, in an order that just shipped this week, or will be shipping beginning of next week. Don't know which ones I got in it though. You interested in building Zoids? I was never really into Zoids. I would build one if it fell in my lap, but I don't think I'd go out of my way for it because I think the Zoid kits are pretty pricey from what I've seen. So someone from Kotobukiya is listening and wants to send me a Zoid to build, so give me a call. Zoids are cool, but I built the Takara Tomy ones as a kid. I feel like Zoids have had a more random life in terms of who's made stuff for the Zoids IP. That's what you're gonna need, Jesus, for your Kotobukiya kids. I don't know anyone from Kotobukiya, but I've heard my friend's dad owns Nintendo. Interesting. Getting the MG Virtue and Adelaide kits for pre-orders. I should. Any of the new stuff I should be getting for pre-orders. I placed pre-orders for a bunch of the most recently announced ones. Death Scythe and the new Calamity Gundam, for example. I need to hear back before I can list them as pre-orders. And dumb joke. I guess I'm not following. What was I gonna say? Completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, pre-orders. So I place these pre-orders, and usually I wait till I get word back that I have my commitments in and I'm going to get those kits. I got an email yesterday that kind of implied that it might be a little while before they're letting everybody know what they're getting or confirming. I think MG Dynamis and Kira are supposed to be really good kits. I haven't built either of myself, but that's what I've heard. All right, so now I need ZA. Actually, I'm looking for runners. This would be a good time to do the next draw. Oh. Ear cup sitting just right to jam my glasses into my ear. So yeah, let's do the next draw. Let's do between 1 and 150 again. We're drawing just one number this time for the Marcosius. I need ZA. Where is ZA? And the screen's filled up with numbers. Remember, one number per person, and no need to replace your number if somebody else, quote unquote, takes it. Okay, I need 7, and I guess 4. Geez, this is the shoulder. I feel like this part is bigger than some of the leg pieces on most MGs. Oh shoot, I only needed one of these. Draw this number in a moment. Okay, so I put these last two pieces out, and then I'll draw this number. P16. time. Number 114. It's a good number right there. 114 for the Marcosius. Let me know if anybody got that number, guys. When everybody's waiting for me to draw the number, is everybody just sit there with bated breath? It's amazing that the chat goes completely quiet. No winner. Okay, well, we get to draw again in a little bit. I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to be the one who broke the silence. I'm going to keep you up all night at this point. I don't think so. I'm going to call it quits when it's time to call it quits. So we'll up the odds a little bit on the next draw. Call us Aerosmith because we don't want to miss a thing. What's up, Nike? Hi. Oh man, I came in late. You kind of did. That's okay. You're here. That's all that matters. Ethan, Nick needs sleep, but by God, somebody will get that kid. Even if Ethan has to come over here and get it himself. Work on the HGFC Master Gundam and Funsaki, so I was just vibing while waiting for the winner to be drawn. Radio Matt, any chance of getting the Sakura War kits in? We got a few on order actually, so we should see them coming in soon, hopefully. Let's refresh the sponges. Eliza, the logistics of shipping confuses me sometimes. Packages in my area's post office and sent to another post office the next day to already be transited back here. Yeah, they're good like that. My wife sent some cookies to family for Christmas, I think, or Thanksgiving, and it was like one state away and ended up going all the way down to like Tennessee or something instead of just going one state over. Kinda ridiculous. Everyone picks a number between 1 and 2, and then we have a 40-man brawl. Thunderdome. Gundam Dome. Oh man, pathological cute. I'm sorry to hear that. Honestly, with the day I'm having, that'd be just the pick-me-up I need. That's rough. Although I totally understand. I think violence is a mood enhancer for me too. Everybody's talking about the chat tonight. It's like the chat has developed a mind of its own. It is now an additional entity. example after my friends convinced me to join a Re-Rise group watch. Interesting. They like watching it online or something. BD has more original kits, while the BF has more customized kitbash. Mirror the chat, resistance is futile. The chat has secretly been Skynet all along. That's a scary proposition. Not sure I'm ready to deal with Skynet. Chat Legion lets me done with it. First non-re-rise kit was the Dargy Double Riser. Chat is basically the AI from the Metal Gear series. First kit was the HG Reborn Cannon. It's a good question, people. What is everybody's first kit? Chat may have been Master Computer too. My first was the HG Stein narrative. I did a sloppy job and I feel bad. That's not a big deal. Wouldn't worry about it too much. A lot of us kind of butcher the first one we do, unless you come into the hobby from another model building background or something. First high-res wing Gundam UW. Go big or go home, Seraphim. Jeez. Nick thoughts of the coming Calamity Gun being a full mechanics and not a MG. I mean, it kind of makes sense. They're going to do the probably more popular ones as an MG first. It's interesting to see that they're still rolling out full mechanics kits. Some interesting first kits out there. Wonder what's happened to the RE100 line out the Calamity Gundam as full mechanics. Well, isn't... I guess this... Calamity isn't IBO, is it? gotten that RE100 Kshatriya that was teased a while back either. That would be insane. That would be a massive kit, I think. Nick mentioned my Stein. I still have it on my shelf. I haven't touched it. I have all my kits lined up on my shelf in order from build, so I can see how I've grown and come from. That's cool. It's a cool way to display your stuff. Mine are pretty much displayed by series and stuff they kind of go with. So if the RE100 Kshatriya happens, the sleeve markings won't be stickers. They probably would be. Titanium finished Sinju MG, can't wait to do it. That's cool. Nick, what kit announcement would you be surprised excited for if Bandai does something this year? I don't know, man. I feel like this is like the same question as every other question rehashed. Right, there's like 5 suits I really want to see kits of, and they're the same 5 suits perpetually. Otherwise, I don't know what they'd surprise me with. I try not to think too much about what's coming and focus more on what's in front of me. Yeah, like an MG Leo. I would love an MG Leo. I would love high-grade grunt suits of all the wing grunts that haven't been made yet. I don't know. I guess that's mainly it. Otherwise, I'm mostly just content to see what they come up with on their own. See that post online about someone talking about reading a leaked document from Bandai referring to future releases of MGs in the near future. I have not. Did they somehow leak the roadmap or something? A lot of stuff, from what I've heard, is like there's kits that they're just not making that they want to make. They've had to push out further their production schedules because they're just completely overwhelmed in production. They're having a really hard time keeping up with demand. Send you a screen cap via Instagram. Okay, I'll take a look. Interesting stuff. I feel like that would be good market research strategy to leak a plan and then see how people react to it, and then adjust the plan as necessary. Honestly, Bandai needs to make larger scaled fighters like the FFX7 fighter. Well, there's a Core Gundam kit I think that exists. It's like a 1/35th scale core fighter or something. I don't know how long it's been since it's been produced, but there is a kit. I might finish 3 steps tonight. This might be cool. There's a 1/35th UC hard graph. I really want the that tank. I forget what the designation is on the tank, but there's a 1/35th scale of that too, which would be really cool. I'd love to get that. Anniversary of age, so Bandai should finally drop the MG age 3 and age effects to commemorate it. I think they actually will, though. You would think they would have mentioned those earlier when they announced the upcoming kits late last year. I think it was late last year. Just is that apparently the MG line will be a lesser priority for Bandai due to the MGX not meeting projected sales expectations. Apparently their plan to the near future is releasing more version 1.5 style rehashes and putting more effort into the RE100 and the new full mechanics line. Interesting. I think the MGEX was a waste of time. Like, there's some cool stuff there, but I don't think that would be a very popular line because of the price point. I think they should roll out some more 1/100 scale stuff that hasn't been done before, or fixing older kits. So I guess that kind of falls in line with what you're talking about. So I've only built 3 HG and a 2 MG waiting to be built. Should I wait a while before trying PG or RG? Not necessarily. Like, PG isn't that much more difficult, so it just depends on how badly you want to build one. It's just more of the same stuff. And in some ways they're easier. For RG, it can be difficult depending on the RG kit because of the small pieces. But MGX was not really a wise choice. Imagine R&D for it was very expensive and the kit itself was excessively expensive. Biggest MGEX problem, sticker for the V-fin shame. But they're probably going to do all the variants of the RX Unicorn as MGEX releases, since majority is just color changes and difference in weapons and backpacks. I would believe that. That might help them recoup some of that upfront cost too. Okay, U21. MGX is weird because PG price for a smaller scale. So, to me, the problem with the MGX is how many suits light up that much outside Unicorn and Banshee. Well, I think they were going to do different kinds of extreme features for different suits, maybe. I think is the rumor I heard. But if they're all going to be in a similar ridiculous price point, I think they're going to have trouble. MGX perfectibility, I won't lie. LEDs for MGX were not feasible either. But I have 6 MG unicorns though. I didn't get the MGEX. Debating if I did an MG unicorn would be the one, like MG and PR. Honestly, if you're a fan of the unicorn, the SDCS and RG releases are more than sufficient. If you want to be a baller, then go for the PG. Except GM Plus, G-Ming. I think people have unicorn fatigue and didn't help the MGEX unicorn sales figures. It blows my mind how many unicorns they've made. It absolutely blows my mind. I've got my one RG unicorn, and I would not have a problem not ever building another unicorn. I'm a fan of the unicorn. Honestly, it's neat, but I wouldn't prioritize it from a backlog. I'm kind of in the same ballpark. I think they can look cool, but I don't think it's so awesome that it needs 15 iterations. Springs. I ever thought about opening a retail chain store for Mecha Warehouse? Nope. Well, I mean, I've thought about it, but the end result every time I think about it is no. Because then I got to worry about sales tax in all the different states that they exist in, so that's a no-go. And I just don't think retail is super viable. People want to buy stuff online. There might be some other things that could make sense, but won't be anytime soon. I want revives for the unseated. Let's see. Makes creepy and silly songs. It's not one of my songs, man. It's whoever wrote this. Make you excited for the Super Bowl? Not really. I haven't paid attention to the Super Bowl in years. I will say, though, I am going to follow the trend like many major businesses out there that have decided not to run Super Bowl ads this year, that I, too, have decided that I won't run my Super Bowl commercial this year. So you guys don't have to wait and watch out for it. Left out other traits that make the RGZ more cost-effective in Canon, make it more expensive in model kit form. A lot of potential IPO for kits. BO suits are cool designs, but the colors won't fit the background of the suits. Should do another draw soon, I think. Where does this go? Heck, no reason to watch the Super Bowl for me then. I thought you were sponsoring the halftime show. Nope. Not this year. Excited to see what you picked next to build. I think it's probably going to be one of the PG, or not PG, MG P Bandai wing kits, since I've been dying for those forever. And of course, I have an idea for a video. You should make a video about Mecha, but as if it was a TV commercial. Maybe. I don't know what that commercial would look like, though. I watched foosball since many moons ago when I stopped trying to follow it to fit in. Just not my cup of... Yeah, I never really was a huge football fan. And after not having cable in those years where it was more difficult in order to watch, like the Super Bowl even, before they started streaming it, I kind of lost any interest I had. TV commercial, but the quality of a local used car ad. Okay, let's do that next draw. So let's knock that range down to 100. Competitive weightlifting is more fun to watch. Yeah, probably. Let's draw a number between 1 and 100. Remember, one number per person, and no need to post a second one if someone, quote unquote, takes your number. Okay, let's see if I can do 18.4 here before I end the stream today. Between the EW Shenlong and the P Bandai sword. So I'm talking, or I guess I shouldn't have said Shenlong, I meant the Ultron. Did I? Oh, I'm losing it. The Lyoya unit is the sword, but the Ultron has the double Dragon Fang thing and some other cool features. So So those are P's. So let me do a couple P parts out here. 16. Go ZA. ZA8. And I. Dry. As soon as I cut this part out, I'll do my last draw here, or next current draw. Man, I'm having a hard time keeping up with myself. Okay, so this is for the Marcosius number 77. Make you sound like you're still not feeling fully rested. It's been a long one. There's a couple 77s, I think. Three winners. Who are our three winners? Willis, Travis Helms, and Benjamin Wari would have been, but he said, sorry, I'll go 86. So he changed his. So it looks like I got two, I see. Is there a different one than those two that I mentioned? Willis and Travis Helms. Two with the dropout. I backed out because I saw Willis. Well, Benjamin, if you hadn't changed, you would have been in there for a three-way battle here. Okay, so Willis and Travis, the battle of the Isses. Whoever calls it first, heads or tails. So we got the heads and tails, and I'll do the coin flip here in a minute or two. So Travis called heads. So Willis, I guess you got tails. As soon as I finish sanding this piece, I will flip that coin and we'll see who our winner is. I need to get on working out the 2021 design for the new coin. Getting close to the anniversary point, so that's when I'd like to at least announce the coin, if not have them available for then. There's supposed to get about 4 inches of snow tomorrow over here. That's a bummer. I'm hearing that there's supposed to be snow up this way from the chat monster here. So I gotta check and see what I'm getting. If anything, I hope nothing. I had it with snow with the last snowstorm. That was more than enough for me for the year. Okay, flipping that coin. So if it comes up heads, Travis will be the winner. And if it comes up tails, then Willis will be the winner. Tom L, where are you located? I'm in New Hampshire. We got 14 inches in Southern Mass. We got maybe a couple inches less than that here in New Hampshire, at least in my part. Last I saw it was 1 to 3 in New Hampshire. Do you know when it starts and stops Viking? So coin is flipped. Mix in South Central New Hampshire. It looks like we got heads. So Travis, looks like you are our lucky winner. So you can also send me an email or DM with your info, and I will send out that Marcosius this week. Labs News getting hit by the Arctic blast, supposed to hit the high 20s at night in Oregon later next week. Jeez, started late today, but I'm here. What's up, Space Nord Geek? Excuse me. Cool, so that's our second winner for tonight. That's pretty cool. It's a bad time to mention it's still 50 here and y'all are getting snow. Yes, yes, it is a bad time. I want to know if I should cancel my plans for the morning. Nick 8 Ball Kids, the numbers didn't hate us. It's a snowstorm miracle. Jesse, best part of living on the coast. Skip all the seasons people keep talking about. Maybe. I like seasons to a point. Starting around 10 a.m. and ending around 7 p.m. So we're 1 to 3 inches over, well, like 9 hours. That's not too bad. That probably won't keep me in. Few more parts here. I think this step is going to be where I call it for the night though when I'm done with this. So much a salt truck go down the road. That was good for me. I work for a company that builds plow trucks. Well, that would be good for you. Sort of a half inch here shuts everything down. I grew up in the north and it's comical. Yeah, it is kind of funny. Do you have any plans to stock and or carry styrene sheets for custom part creations? I would like to. I have a supplier for that stuff, and I can get it for you via special order. If you are ever looking for stuff, you can always send me a DM or an email, and I can try to help you out. Actually just put together an order for somebody for that stuff last night. But at some point, I'll probably start stocking that stuff. It's just a lot of potential separate parts to carry. Third-party stuff, but some third-party stuff I plan on stocking at some point, but it depends. Like, I will probably never stock like Supernova or any of the other brands that directly rip off the Bandai IP, because it's really sketchy, legally speaking. Bluefin doesn't like that, I take it. I mean, there's that. There's the fact that just legally speaking, it's sketchy. Those companies are breaking the law. And so it's not great. And I wouldn't be surprised if Bluefin and Bandai take notice. Makes that slicing get real messy. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that in and around the hobby. I'd rather not get messed up in it if I can avoid it. I don't necessarily fault anybody that does get involved in it. There is money there, and I don't know, there probably should be. Oh, that's cool. This pushes in and clicks in, and if I push that button, it pops out. That's really cool. But yeah, it's not something I'll be getting involved in anytime soon. Keep in mind, Bandai's gone through those companies a few times hardcore. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. I'm surprised certain entities here get away with artwork that infringes on the IP. We've had this conversation multiple times on stream. But like, for example, I don't know if you guys saw the cookies my wife made a couple weeks ago. Like, I'd love to sell those cookies, but I can't because there'd definitely be an issue with that, I think, potentially. They might not ever go after us, but I don't want to take that chance. Pathologically cute. I'm going to crash. Night-night. Pity the brawl never happened. Absolutely. Have a good night. Pathologically cute. Measure where I'm working on just a Canon clear version. Any pointers on nubs on clear parts? I think really good sanding stuff potentially, but I'm not great at those. You should ask DM Big Daddy Gundam on Instagram. He does a lot of clear stuff. I think one time they made them burn or melt all their copycat runners. Yeah, those things are definitely sketchy when they, like, at least there's an argument when you're just copying the imagery. But if you're straight up cloning runners and molds and stuff, that's really bad. Talking to unnamed store and their stickers. Maybe there's several stores that do it though. It's not just one. I would never do that. I also wouldn't put Gundam in the name of my store, which is the thing that like a bunch of different stores do. So, you know, to each their own. It's probably okay, but I wouldn't do it. But maybe I'm overly cautious. I don't know. But cool. So we gave away 2 kits. Got 4 steps into the shoulders. Found these cool shoulder gimmicks, which is exciting. I just want to keep pushing these out and launching them out over and over again. So hopefully next week I will get the rest of these shoulders done. And that'll be cool. Yeah, it is great, Seraphim. It's pretty cool. I was wondering why there's a spring in there, but that's one of probably the most solid spring load gimmicks I've seen in a kit so far. So yeah, so we'll call it a night. I'll see all of you next week. We'll be back here at 8:30. Don't forget, if you are, there we go, considering shopping the website tonight, that Live 10 code is good for a little while longer and save 10% on your order. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.